usually boils down to whether you believe a fetal human has inherent value or not. This abortion argument, they say, oh, it's medical health care. It's health care. It's not medical health care. It's not modern health care. It's not the modern medical system. This has been around forever. Abortion has been around forever. Long ago in Rome and in Greece, unwanted babies were just dropped off cliffs or left out in the cold to die. So these pro-choice supporters today are the kind of people that would just drop babies off of cliffs in the past. Okay, that existed and it was considered okay because that was what the culture was doing. Abortion is just another terrible cultural practice that is accepted because it's common. There's a psychology term for this, and it's called normalization of deviance. It's more of a corporate word for like people who deviate from the standard protocol, right? Where you get this culture of deviation of, this is our protocol, but we kind of all just do it this way because it's easier. And it's this unspoken rule that we're all just accepting because it's common. And so cultures accept these undesirable and evil things as normal because everyone else is doing it. Everyone else is letting this standard slip until it snowballs into this catastrophic normalization. And it always leads to disaster.
So they make it look like this is all normal.
Right. The media, the ideology, the feminism, the abortion clinics are all normalizing the idea of abortion. Thank you.
So there's no
the concept, like the baby in the basket idea and the old cartoons and stuff, that was from people who left their babies out in the cold in these ancient cultures. And Christian groups used to collect the babies. So Christians always took a stand on this. They always thought this was moral, that this was immoral. You gotta preserve life and consider all lives valuable. And now these Christians are the one outside the abortion clinic. We used to rescue the babies left out in the cold. Now we're rescuing them outside of the clinics. All right, it hasn't changed. This isn't a modern concept. This isn't a modern healthcare system issue. This is an issue that's been around forever. Even the law of Moses, it has the one where if you punch a woman to kill the baby, you're guilty for that. People who were almost aborted and saved from these clinics, they'll always grow up and testify that they appreciate their life. So the baby in the womb will always want to live if it's given the time to develop and speak for itself. So if you look at the statistics on abortion, they're almost always done out of convenience and for money. It's convenience and money. Children should not be viewed as an inconvenience. And money in this society, nobody is really out there starving these days in this society.
You don't put that out there.
Right. So what you're saying is, when women go to get an abortion, the clinics who are making lots and lots of money off of these abortions say, this is okay. There's nothing wrong with this. You're not killing anybody. This is totally okay. Then the women afterwards completely regret it. They grow up. They get new perspectives. They get better perspectives. They mature. And then they go, wow, I made a big mistake and I regret it. Medical issues and sexual assault make up very few abortions. And that's usually one of the, rebuttals people have. Well, what if about sexual assault? What about medical issues? Yeah, the laws allow for medical abortions for medical reasons, okay? These laws aren't out to stop actual medical practice. We're not talking about practice of killing babies for convenience and money. We're talking about real medicine is if a pregnancy isn't viable, if it's going to kill the mother, they need medical help. That's a completely different issue than killing a baby for convenience and money. Okay, big difference. And again, these medical abortions and these sexual assaults and medical abortions together make up maybe 1 in 10 or maybe less than that of the abortions. 9 out of 10 are convenience and money. The church does a pretty good job with taking on adoptions and fostering, which is, one of the helpful solutions for these issues. But there is room to grow in this. And I hope it becomes more normal in the church and in society as a whole. Adopting a baby and a little infant is expensive, but a lot of times those babies are adopted when they are put up for it. It can be very, very expensive though. But fostering children and adopting out of the foster system, but these kids are going to be a little bit older, usually young teenagers or preteens. These kids are free. Fostering them is free. The state usually pays. Most states, our state even pays for that. Adopting those kids is totally free. You just have them do their little inspection on you and whatever steps they go through, and then it's there. It's very easy to do. You got to make sure your house is in order first. Your priorities are in order because you're taking on a burden. These kids need a lot of help. But what more worthy cause is there to do?